Hey everyone, I hope you're okay today. I'm Meg from Meg's Budget Boutique, which is my blog, and I'll link that in the bar below if you want to check that out. And welcome to my first YouTube video. I've wanted to start a YouTube channel for ages, but I've never really had the courage to. But I've spent so much time recently watching other people's, it's just made me want to even more. So I thought today I'd just bite the bullet and go for it. So I'm going to start with my top 10 spring makeup and product picks, but it's going to be in two halves because my camera is ridiculous and will let me record for 8 minutes and a half at a time. So until I sort that out, most videos will be in two parts. So I'm going to do makeup first, and these are just sort of the 5 products I think I'll be using the most this spring. I'm really enjoying spring and the weather and stuff, although it's a bit murky today, but oh well. And I am a budget boutique, so pretty much everything I talk about will be high street and drugstore, but I think that's quite nice because then everyone watching will actually be able to go out and, you know, buy everything I talk about. And I love watching all the high-end videos, but it's just a bit like, oh, I can't actually afford to buy all of them. It makes me a bit sad. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I'm just going to dive straight in to my spring foundation, which is the Bourjois Healthy Mix. I know like everyone goes on about this, but it really is as good as the hype claims to be. I think it's perfect for spring, mainly because it feels really light on the skin and gives you a glowy, dewy finish rather than a matte, heavy one, which I really don't like anymore. Maybe for winter, but definitely not now. And I've got in shades 52 and 53, and I use 52 for when I'm sort of, I just got no fake tan on, just natural skin tone, and 53 for when I've got a tan. But today, when I've got a bit of a tan, I use them mixed together, which works really well. And the yellow undertones in the foundation, it just makes you look really nice and tanned anyway. It's not too pinky, because I really hate it when foundations it's just so pink and you think like, who is actually that colour? Like, no one is that colour. So these really good range of shades. It also smells great. It makes my brush smell great. I apply it with my Real Technique stippling brush. I'm not a fan of it actually applied with the fingers, so I would recommend you use some sort of brush to apply it, and it does give a nice airbrush finish. And even though it's light, sort of for spring, it gives a really good medium coverage, like covers everything up. I wouldn't want to go any heavier. Massive fan, yay, foundation. So the next thing, and this is another thing you all have heard of a lot recently, and it's the Revlon lip butter. And the one I've chosen for spring is Strawberry Shortcake, and I'll just swatch it for you on my hand. It's a really nice sort of nude pink, but it's quite a bright nude, you can just see, and just see the colour there. Now I don't know, if there hadn't been so much hype over these, I don't know if I would have gone out and bought them, just because I'm quite a matte lip sort of girl. I do quite like, you know, a burst of colour that lasts for quite a long time, and I thought this would just be like a tinted lip balm, and I do like a bit more pigmentation than that, but they're just so much more than that. I would say they're sheer lipsticks, but I've got sheer lipsticks now that offer hardly any pigmentation, and I've got this on today, I don't know if you can see, but it really is a lipstick but moisturising, so it's not drying, you know, to a lip gloss on top. And they're just great and perfect for spring because they're sort of really nice and light and not too heavy, and the shade's just gorgeous. I'm actually going today to buy some more. I really want Tutti Frutti, Cupcake and Lollipop, I think. I've just been making a massive wish list of the lip butters I want. So yeah, these are great. Try them out. Next is another Bourjois product. I'm afraid there's quite a few, just because I'm loving Bourjois at the moment, and well, their stuff seems great for this season. So it's the Bourjois chocolate bronzing powder. I know it's not called the chocolate bronzing powder, it's called like Delice de Poudre, but I'm not very good at French and I'm not very good at pronouncing it, so I'm just going to call it the chocolate bronzer. Chocolate bronzer because it looks like a chocolate bar and smells quite like a chocolate bar. It's a really nice smell anyway. This is just brilliant because it's completely matte and it doesn't make you look like a glitter ball or a Cullen, which I do not like. And I just apply, you know, to jawbone and then do it contouring around my temples. and it just gives you a really nice sun-kissed look. It might look a tad dark. This is in 52, so this is the darker one, so you could go a bit lighter if maybe you don't sort of like tan. But yeah, it comes out, it's just so pigmented as well. You can just see I've got that much colour, but it doesn't make you look orange. Really nice brown colour. I have spoken about all the Bourjois products recently on my blog if you want some more info, but that's great. And they're also affordable, all these products as well. They're all like under £10, which is fantastic. Next is a blush, and it's the Max Factor Miracle Touch Creamy Blush. And this is in shade Soft Pink, because I do quite like sort of pink cheeks, especially sort of like for spring. You want kind of like a fresh rosy face. And I'll just swatch this for you. This is really pigmented as well. I'm going to have loads of swatches on my hand. It's this kind of baby pink down here. And I've never actually used cream blushes before I got this. And then for some reason I just fell out of powder blushes. I don't know why. I just decided I wanted something a bit creamier. And I absolutely adore this. I apply this with my Real Technique stippling brush as well. And I don't actually use it all over my cheeks. I use it on like my cheekbones here as like a highlight. And I find that works really well. And I definitely don't powder over it because I really love that dewy finish. I've got it on today. I've got everything I'm talking about on today, so you can see what it looks like. This is around £8, just great, and it will last for ages as well. It's actually my second one because I lost my first one. I was really upset. I don't know how you lose blushes. So anyway, that is great, especially for highlighting. And the last makeup pick is another blush, but this is powder, and this is the Bourjois again blush pot in 95 Rose de Jas, another stupid French word. And I love the packaging of this because it's like a little compact. I don't like the brush, but I thought I'd put it in there just to show you what it comes with, but I just find it a little bit like scratchy. I suppose it'd be alright, but I just apply it with my Eco Tools blush brush, and I put this on the apples of my cheeks, and then use the other thing to highlight. And it's good for spring because you can probably see it's not that pigmented. Like, it was a bit, so I can't even really get any colour out. And I was a bit disappointed with that at first. A very light swatch there. But for spring, especially if you're using another blush on top, you don't really want like bright cheeks. Maybe save that for summer. So for just a nice gentle rosy glow, these are really good. But I would definitely look into something different for maybe like more of like a bright pop of colour. So yeah, that is all my makeup picks. My first video done. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed making it. I probably missed loads out and rambled and bored everyone, but I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, please subscribe, comment, rate, all of that stuff, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.